Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how I make apple pie. Before I get into this video, please hit that thumbs up button and let's get right into it. For the pie filling, I am using 6 Granny Smith's apple, and you don't have to use Granny Smith's apple. If you are not using Granny Smith's apple, you will add less sugar, and I'll make the adjustments in the recipe in the description box below. I'm cutting these apples into 1-inch dices. The Granny Smith has a lot of acid and I want the sugar to penetrate. Aside from the apples, these are the other ingredients that I'm going to be adding to my filling. I have brown sugar, water, vanilla, cornstarch, cinnamon, which is very important. I have just a pinch of salt to balance off the sweetness and the tanginess to bring everything together. I have 1 lemon and I'm going to use butter. Before I start, I am just going to add my water to my cornstarch to create the slurry. I am adding butter to my warm pan. I'm just gonna allow this to melt. Now I am adding some cinnamon. It smells amazing in here. I am adding the vanilla. The aroma is fantastic. There's nothing better than some cinnamon butter. Now I am adding my apples. You don't need to add water to this because the apples are going to spring water. My favorite types of apple pies are the ones where the apples are cooked. Now that all the apples are coated, I'm just going to go in with my brown sugar. You want to add all the spices to this before you add the cornstarch. That's just a thickening, so you want to make sure that all the spices, your apples taste just right to your liking, and then you add the thickening agent. So while this is going, I am going to prepare the lemon. You just want to get all the juices off on the lemon by rolling it on the countertop before you cut it. I'm just going to squeeze my juice. I'm going to try it first with the half of the lemon because I don't want to add all the lemon at once. You could add lemon, but you cannot take away lemon. You could add salt, you cannot take away salt. You could add sugar, you cannot take it away. So I'm going to taste as I go, and I'm going to add the adjustments in the description box. While these apples are simmering away, I am just going to go in with a pinch of salt just to taste. Now I'm going to taste before I add my lemon juice so I'll know how much. I'm adding half the lemon juice. I'm going to taste again. So I'm going to add 1 full lemon. The filling is now ready for the cornstarch, and I'm starting off with just about 1 teaspoon I'm going to add 1 teaspoon at first, and when I get my desired thickness I will stop. Now I am adding 1 more teaspoon. And my apple pie filling is done. I'm going to allow this to cool completely before I add it to my apple pie. When this is cool, I am going to place it in my refrigerator and allow it to get slightly chilled before I add it to my pie crust. That's because I don't want the butter to melt before it goes into the oven. And there you have it, apple pie filling. The dough is nice and chilled, and now it's time to roll it up. I'm just dusting my surface with flour to prevent the dough from sticking. I'm just going to roll this out. Gradually it's going to crack, but you want to form it as you go along. And I'm just pressing this as I go along. As the rolling pin is rolling on the dough, it's gonna heat up the butter inside. And I'll finish rolling the dough. And I just want to make sure that it's a bit bigger than my pie dish. And this is good. Before it gets warm, I'm going to roll it on my rolling pin. I'm placing the pie dish under it. I'm just going to release it on top of the dish. I just want to get my dough all the way in. Any torn pieces, you could just press it into each other, and that is okay. If you have a piece like this that is not reaching over the edge, you could just tear a piece of the excess edge, and I'm just going to add it to this area. Now I'm going to pour all of my pie filling into this. I'm just going to spread this out. And before I put on the top of the pie, I am just going to add egg wash to the edge. For the egg wash, I'm using 1 egg. 1 tablespoon of water. I'm just going to beat this. This is done. So that this is going to stick. For the top of my apple pie, I am using the quarter that I cut out earlier. And then I'm just going to roll this. And I'm not going to roll this too thin. Don't be afraid to continue to work when you see these cracks. It's just a matter of pushing it together, and then you start rolling again. So I turned it over, and I'm going to continue rolling. But you want to always move your pie crust. That way it does not stick to the surface. Again, I'm going to roll this onto my rolling pin. Now I am going to roll the top of my pie on top of this. I am trimming the edges, but I'm not trimming it to match the inner piece because it's a bit short. I'm just going to do it on the excess, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix it if your top is too short. Now I am just going to fold Now I am folding the longer part over the shorter part. This piece here can use a little bit of an edge. And I'm just gonna patch this. And it's totally fine to do patchwork as you go along. To crimp the edges, I am using 2 fingers as a fork, and I'm using 1 finger to push on the inside. Now I'm gonna egg wash the entire pie. And I'm just using my knife to create some vents. Now I'm going to add this to my freezer for about 1 hour and allow the butter to harden and get cold again, so that when it goes into the oven, it's just steaming and creating those lovely flakes that we all like. And here you have it, apple pie. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please click the subscription button, the notification bell, the like button, and also drop a comment below and let me know if you enjoyed this recipe. Beautiful. Thank you for joining. See you on another good day for another great recipe.